Welcome, guys, to our next one. No, I'm just joking. No, this is just some simple gameplay. This game is called Fiesta. It's basically an MMO, free online. Think of a bigger version of like maplestory, if you like those type of games. I'm just sitting here in my little mushroom home here, doing some quests. So we chose the mage named Belmont. If you don't get it, then look up Castlevania. Basically, kind of your simple things. You have your stats, your strength, your dex, your endurance, your intelligence, your spirit. For your mana, for your magic damage, increases your physical defense, your max HP, increases your aim so you can hit more, your evasion, and then of course your strength for physical damage, stuff like that. You got your damage, you have your aim percentage, your magic damage, magic defense, evasion, defense. We're level 13 right now. I recently got back into playing Fiesta for the fact that I'm basically taking a break from playing Rust because that game has just mentally and physically just drained the hell out of me. So we will not be playing Rust anytime soon until the server that I play on gets wiped. Yeah, so there's that. Last time I ever tried to play, I officially was playing Fiesta was back in like 2008, before I graduated high school. So yes, I'm old. It's actually a game one of my family members got me into, and it was actually pretty fun game for the time. I got like through like Act 3, and ever since then, for like the last technically 17 years now, they've pretty much updated, and this game's still actually been relevant. You got dorky NPCs looking like this. You got the Hunger Rules, and you got an Angry Wolf over there. You can click on them. As you can see, their health bar. They may have magic. Level 10. Most enemies who are either the same equal level as you or below you will not actually bother you. They'll actually just leave you alone, so you can actually just free roam. We have a map here. This is just one of the areas I'm in, Sand Beach. Like I said, if you want a game that kind of winds down, you know, you're kind of like JRPGs type of thing, this is a game I'd actually recommend for people. Simple, not really difficult to learn. There's different classes. You have a mage, a fighter, an archer, paladin, which is like your healer, your trickster, which is like your assassin, and they just recently put out one that was the crusader, so there's that one too. Let's see here. You have character info, patch log, get your Fiesta store. There are some like things like online things you can actually buy with real life money and stuff like that. Recommend you don't do that unless you really want to spend your money. This is your inventory. You get up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get up to 10 slot bags later on. I think pretty sure through the levels you progress, the higher levels you become, the more stuff you unlock. Like I said, I've played this game since 2008, so a lot has actually definitely changed. You get your standard mage gear. You got your rings. Got your amulets, your earrings. Looks like you got a thing for a bracelet, I'm guessing. Shoulder guard probably there. Or a pair of gloves, and whatever the hell that is. Community, actions, mini house. There's different aesthetics and stuff like that too. Like, see, bring this up here. Where the hell's that at? Like this, for instance, you usually get purples. They usually tend to be like events items or just unique items you can actually get. So this is like a wooden horse. So basically, this would be like your mount in a sense. You ride around on one horse. There's different aesthetics. You can ride horses, you can ride dragons, you ride birds and stuff like that. There's like 5 damn, I just got a drink. There's like 5 different servers. I chose the low pop one just so I can get reused to the game, stuff like that. Like I said, at first I got to like maybe Act 3 and then pretty much just stopped playing after that, and life events came up and stuff like that. But yeah, so let's do a few quests here. I've been knocking some quests out last night. I reinstalled it last night. Let me see what we need here. I gotta find my glasses. Weapons settlement of Zach Roman as he defeats. Oh yeah, Ratman. Let's see where the hell is that at? Reveal quest. Search the Forest of the Mist for Ratman. Bring up our map here. And this is your little mini map for each section has its own little version of mini maps. Forest of the Mist. Where the hell is Forest of the Mist? Okay. Oh, it's that area. Yeah. Okay, I know which area we're going to. So you use your left mouse button to move, or you can use your keys, and you use your right mouse button to basically change the angle of the map and stuff like that. So it does kind of get some getting used to, especially if you're not used to playing games like that, or you're used to using it like controller wise and stuff like that. You got like I said, you got the wolfmen up there, you got mushroom guys over here, you got crabs over there you can fight. And there's like all sorts of dorky things in this game. Like my first introduction to it was like, hey, you want to try this game out, and you might have some fun with it. And I went out to the very beginning before they just had like all the new characters and the big updates and stuff like that. And you fight these things called slimes. And think if you ever seen like the gumdrop candies, that's basically what they kind of look like. And I'm like, these guys look like walking gumdrops. It's a really dorky, cartoonish type of game, but like I said, it's very simple. The more difficult stuff you will actually start to realize is when you start getting into smithing and getting into alchemy and stuff like that, which I never really got into alchemy because I could just never figure it out. Is this the right one we have to go? Which one is this? No, that's town. We don't want to go town. This one thing, right? Number 1? Okay, yeah, I'm going this way. Yeah, so we can find one. Oh yeah, these guys up here. Basically, there's purples and red ones, but these are kind of like the gumdrop looking type of dudes that you'd be fighting. They have different expressions on their face. Speedy slimes, slow slimes, king slimes, But yeah. I think I looked up Fiesta like a long time ago. There were like a few videos of it, but it's one of those type of games that it's never really talked about, or you've never really heard about it. Just because it's not like a AAA game, so you're not thinking like Elder Ring or some of the Souls games or big name games like that. People are just losing their mind over it. Oh, you know what? I gotta take some of you boys out actually. Hold up. I got mini grinkies over here. It's basically like fairies. Goodbye. And each one will drop certain different types of loot, stuff like that. Usually the stuff that they drop usually tends to be craftables, or you can just sell it, stuff like that. So hit you with some lightning there, hit you with some fire. Mage usually works more with lightning, fire, and ice. Of course, you have your physical units, you have your healers, some of that. Archery. Archery is usually around crits and like poison, last I remember, unless they changed that. Trickster, I want to say it's more about crits, but I do not remember, because I think that was around the time I stopped playing Fiesta when the Trickster came out, or at least sometime after that. You have like little mushrooms or like little bushes like this, stuff like that you can actually farm for different resources or for different quests and stuff like that. So it's a very interactive game. It's very, like I said, very simple. The combat's not really that difficult. It's still once you get into more of the advanced levels of the game where enemies become a lot more difficult, and enemies do eventually scale past your own level too. The thing is that if you see, and I learned this the hard way, if you see an enemy that has a star or a red star where their level is, that means their level is too high. It basically would be like an equal to a skull in a game where, don't go in this area or you will get killed. And I'm like, what's that star mean? I went there and started randomly attacking something, and then found out the hard way that, yeah, he wasn't taking any damage. So we got to kill these Finno guys. Basically, think like marionettes, dolls and stuff like that. We got to kill some of these boys here. But I figured I'd introduce something new. Try to introduce some new games to my channel, something like that. But I know being winter time, so that people are either working, don't have time to watch videos, or they're more interested in the bigger name games and stuff like that. Which, fair is fair, But I usually, the one thing you'll know about me, I will not play a game on my channel unless I have some sort of interest in it. So it's like if you're hoping for like these big AAA games, you should check out this game. Everyone's been bragging about it. If I have no interest in it, it will not go on my channel. It's simple as that. Ooh, we just landed a crit. Nice. You gotta be careful with some of your spells too, especially if you're playing in a, from what at least I've known, mage or an archer. Any AoE spells, if they actually are within the vicinity, if they hit other enemies, they will attack you. So be careful with that. And one of the things they introduced, one of the new things here, is cards, collectible cards. When the wind whistles with a refining breeze. It's like partially just dipped down there. The young clown begins to dance to the sound. Yeah, that's something they definitely introduced. It's completely new that I did not know about. So Gotta kill like 10 of you guys around here. It's definitely more of a slower paced game. Like I said, it's definitely a game that's something you just, take your time with, enjoy. A plant? Is that number? A plant is higher than me. That's pretty bad. There is a quest later on in the game. In order to proceed to the next final levels, unless they changed it, you actually have to fight a clone of your own character at level 20. It's kind of like your graduation type thing. And from what everyone was saying the very first time they ever played this game, it was like really difficult, You're really going to struggle against stuff like that. And I pretty much just aced it like every single time with all my characters. Because they have all the same spells, they have the same amount of health as you, but you have to go through like this gauntlet of enemies in order to actually get to it, so it can be somewhat difficult. The one thing that I should mention too, let me see here, what's that? If you do your rest home, that brings up the little mushroom or whatever your aesthetic is for your home. Basically will allow you to heal up your health and your spirit, or mana in this case, to basically full regeneration. It will slowly heals over time. It's not like an instant thing. Basically, you have your little health crystals, you have your spirit crystals, you have your little XP bar over here, you get your level, you get your portrait, and stuff like that. So I know we need Ratman. Let me get Seer. We need defeat Ratman, see location. And you go to your location. These little teal areas here, it basically shows you where that specific enemy is, where you might need him for your quest. And there are no safe zones in this area, so for at least I remember, when you go out into the wilderness, the only safe zones is in the cities, or if you're at high enough levels where enemies will not be bothered with you. So apparently they're saying they're over here. I think we're going the right way. Yeah. It also can be somewhat of a grindy game too, especially when you get into later on. There are basically like giant MMO quests, kind of thing like Diablo 4, where you all gather to fight a boss and try to defeat it. Fiesta has something similar to that, but it's a timed event, so you have to beat within a certain amount of time, and if you don't, you all fail. And level 13. You're interesting. That was me. I recently tried it too. I was the only person on it. Am I full? No, I'm full. And end up getting my ass kicked. I'm like, hey, I can just run past all these enemies, go fight the boss. And it's like, nah, we're all going to swarm you. You have your typical cooldowns, skill tree. Let me bring that up here. You have your power points. So basically, you would choose to increase your damage, decrease spell consumption, effective time buff, or to decrease the skill time of your skills. You usually put points in there. Eventually, you will max out your skill level for that too. So then you can start adding points to the rest of that too. Yeah, so you can reset your skills. You have your passives and stuff like that, and then you have your alchemy. It knows all that too. You usually get scrolls like this, or different colors, so it'll boost up your health, or your defense, or your mana, and stuff like that, so you always want to keep an eye out for those. And those would be your portals, which will lead you to different areas. That right there would be like a challenge tower, or challenge run tower, whatever you want to call it. That's basically where you get a bunch of people and they gauntlet through to the end of the main boss. Basically, you would kind of think of like World of Warcraft, really, where you're all gathering like to fight one big boss in the end. If I can put it more similar to gameplay, people might actually understand more. Before our spells go down here. Oh, he actually survived. Well, now you're dead. We'll get this one last Ratman here, and this should be end of our signals. Yeah, what is our cooldown with this stuff? 15 seconds. Jeez. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. Huh. Seems like a pretty long cooldown for all these spells. Alright, I think that'd be that. Pretty much rewards for everything except for what the hell this one is. Weaponize as you to defeat little hobs. The hell are little hobs? Apparently we're not. Is this? Oh, that's in a different area. But yeah, so that's gonna be an introduction to Fiesta, or at least my version of it. You have scrolls too that allow you to. They're one-time use. Portal pretty much stays open indefinitely. I'm pretty sure unless you exit out of the game. But like I said, I'm relearning this game myself, so I decided, why not put some gameplay out there for you guys and see if you have an interest in it. It is on Steam. Like I said, the last I checked, it is free, but I would, just double check just in case. I might be wrong. They might have charged. I don't know. But like I said, this game has been out since I've been in high school, so like 2008, maybe even older than that. But either way, stay safe, healthy and sanitized. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave comments below. Be sure to share my videos, and if you have any comments or questions, leave them below, and I'm going to try to ask them as best as possible. Alright, see you guys.